Good day to all the viewers. My name is Nodi Yambo. Welcome to today's lesson, which is all about lubrication for the grade 8 technical studies learners. Lubricants are essential for all moving parts within the mechanical machines in the sense that it enables the smooth movement for a motor vehicle. The constant contact that happens as a result of the movement is also protected by lubricants from wearing over a short period of time. Therefore, there are different kinds of lubricants for different parts of the motor vehicle. Upon that background, this lesson will focus on the types of lubrication needed for the various parts within the motor vehicle.
The lesson objectives are to explain friction and the purpose of oil and grease, name types of lubricants, identify parts that needs lubrication, and how to check oil levels.
Now that we have the objectives, let us get into today's lesson.
The friction and the purpose of oil and grease. Friction can be described as the resistance that one surface encounters when moving over another. It is important to prevent friction because 1. It causes wear, 2. It makes moving parts heat up, 3. It wastes energy. Friction can be reduced by using a lubricant. It is, however, impossible to eliminate friction completely. Types of lubricants. A lubricant forms a thin layer that separates two surfaces so that they do not rub together so much. This helps to reduce the amount of friction between two moving surfaces. Lubricants can be divided into two main groups, namely oil and grease oil. There are various grades of oil, depending on its thickness or viscosity, that are used for different parts of the vehicle. The purposes of oil. 1. Is to reduce the amount of power that is lost due to friction. 2. To limit the wearing out of the moving parts or metal on metals. 3. To seal the piston rings in the cylinder. 4. To clean the inside of the engine. 5. To prevent corrosion. 6. To keep the engine cool by carrying heat away from moving parts. Grease. Grease is an example of semi-solid lubricant. Lubricant oil mixed to a paste with a thicker. The three main types are 1. Sodium soap grease, fibrous, sticky. 2. Metal soap grease, soft, buttery, and highly resistant. 3. Barium soap grease, a multi-purpose grease. The purpose of grease. 1. Is to slow down the moving parts. 2. To lubricate the machine parts that cannot often be lubricated. For example, the parts of steering system and the bearings. 3. Used in order to enable oil to stay in a certain position. 4. To protect the bearing against corrosion. 5. To lubricate horizontal and vertical shafts. 6. To act as sealant to keep out water and or contaminants. Parts that need lubrication. The following motor vehicle parts need lubrication. 1. Main bearings. 2. Big end bearings. 3. Oil pump. 4. Piston rings. 5. Engine block. 6. Cylinder head. 7. Valves. 8. rocker shaft. 9. Gearbox. 10. Final drive. 11. Wheel bearing. 12. Ball joints. 13. Tie rod ends. Oil levels. The vehicle's oil levels should be checked at least once a month in order to ensure that oil is enough to keep the engine in a smooth running state. The following oil must be checked. 1. Engine oil. 2. Power steering pump. 3. Gearbox oil for manual and automatic. 4. Final drive. 5. Turbo. 6. Brake fluid in master cylinder and slave cylinder for clutch.
Viewers, now that we have come to the end of our lesson, let's recap on what we have learned.
In this lesson, we learned about friction and the purpose of oil and grease. We identified types of lubricants and parts that needs lubrication, and to check oil levels.
Thank you for joining us. Until next time, goodbye.